But other things are going on around this country too. So, let's take a look what's happening in Michigan. Michigan has recreational and medicinal.
Man, Michigan was in the news big last year, becoming a very, very popular hot spot, maybe the spot right now.
Sounds like it's a place, where they understand what's going on, understand the market, and the customers are happy.
Texas has medicinal.
They do?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good.
So tell me about Michigan.
So Michigan, the big story is the price of the flower has gone down 30%.
And they were already
since last year.
And they were already one of the lowest, if not the lowest in the country for
already. One of the lowest. Their prices for an ounce prior to this 30% reduction was just short of $92 for an ounce. Do you know how good of a price that is?
That's great.
I don't think you can get that pretty much anywhere.
Not around here.
Unless it's a sell because it's going out of date.
Yeah, I mean,
dry or something like that.
Yeah, or it's all shake or whatever. But you can get some deals like that. Yeah. I was just in Maine not that long ago again, and I was able to pick up a Z for $99. So they're there.
Yeah.
The sub $100 Z's are there, but it sounds to me like these guys were already there.
Well, with the 30% reduction, they're down to $65. This is insane. People, listen. Michigan might not be your cup of tea for everything, but when you're there, pick up a couple ounces. The price is right.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. But there's a couple of reasons for this. And, listen, not everything is great in the industry. Things change. Right. People are in dispensary heaven.
Well, listen, it's good for consumers, but it's probably not very good for them because they're probably overproducing.
Well, the problem is the price of cultivation is more than what they can sell it for. Okay. In the beginning, it wasn't a problem when they're selling ounces for $400 and $300 and adding tax. The cultivators, there are 100 stores, cultivators selling all of them. Now, all of a sudden, the cultivators got too much weed. A lot of stores went out of business, so they're not selling to 100 stores. They're selling to 60 now. So, and the cultivation price is high. They're going out of business. So everything is, so it's too much weed, which is good for us. Prices are going down. But the cultivation segment of it, is challenged right now.
Yep. And they, how long have they been recreational? Do you know? Because it hasn't been terribly long. I'm thinking maybe 3 years, 4 years.
Well, maybe at least 3 or 4 years, because I know, a friend that lives in that state and is just happy as she can be because of the medicinal, recreational, the variety, and the pricing.
But there's other states that have been around as long as, if not longer than they have been.
Yes.
And their program is not as robust.
It sounds like Michigan got it.
So they might have a model that others should be looking at.
Yeah, maybe we should take a closer look.
We'll take a closer look. I think we should take a closer look. We maybe grab a guest or two from North Carolina to figure out what's going on there. And then maybe we look into Michigan a little bit.
Yeah.
And get some people and talk about what's going on there.
I'd be more interested in Michigan because it's more progressive, getting things going. Now, going down to the Carolinas, hey, I could be biased without digging beneath the surface. But it just sounds like some antiquated mind thinking down there. I want to see what's going on in Michigan, how they're moving and shaking and moving the cause forward.
Yeah, I'm going to go do some dispensary reviews there.
How about that?
Yeah, right on. All right, so shout out to Michigan with the lower Z prices. But it's probably going to be challenging for their entire infrastructure to stay in business. This is probably going to filter people out of the mix.
Yeah, and that seems to be the trend.
The price is going down. That's going to filter people out.
Right. So, because the profits go down now. It's goes right on down the line.
And this is why, a state like Michigan would thrive in an environment where the government would put down, the classification. So if they declassified cannabis and we could actually do intrastate not interstate, but across state borders to do commerce across state borders, we're going to be in a much better situation. And a state like Michigan will really do well. But in the meantime, they're doing so well in how they're doing things that a lot of these companies are not going to make.
Yeah, it seems to be the trend. You start out, you get your medicinal and or recreational. Things are booming. Everybody's doing good.
Excited.
And it settles on down. It's oversaturated.
Because your market's
people fall off.
Because you can only sell to people in your state. Unless you're a state that's got like huge tourism, you got to live and make it off the people who live there.
Right.
And sometimes, and again, when these states put these programs together, they really figure out like concentration of how many dispensaries should be in an area, and
right.
They're just looking for dollars. They don't give a shit. They're not doing those projections. They're not trying to figure out whether they're oversaturating a market.
Right.
They don't give a fuck.
Right.
It's
Their
for the
bottom
dollars.
line is different.
30%.
Right.
Yeah.